Welcome to Wholesome Roots Farmstead. I don't know that I'll even have enough footage today for a vlog, but because I'm just mostly cleaning up the house and getting ready for the Great American Farm Tour. Justin and Rebecca are due to arrive tomorrow, so we're super excited about that, and I'm just trying to make sure I get all my laundry and dishes done. You know, the dust will stay, but that's okay, we're a farm. Anyway, I was just thinking about some things, and I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit about our past year. It was a year ago today that I found out some very difficult news. My very, very dear, friendly, my goat mentor, the original goat lady, was dying, and it was sudden. She had cancer that metastasized to her brain, and she had very little time left when I found out that she was sick. As it happens, I was due to receive 2 dolings from her from the kidding that was about to begin for the year, and I had been begging her for an adult doe already in milk, so I could have milk right away and not have to wait a whole 2 years with 2 baby dolings. But she was very into her building her herd and her business, and so she wasn't ready to part with any. At the time, she didn't know she was sick. Nobody knew. So by the time I found out that she was going, the very next morning, I went to say goodbye, and she was already to the point where she couldn't talk anymore, and she was just laying there, not doing much of anything. That was really hard to see the bright, lively spirit that she once was like that. So I brought a mix of lovely oils to help ease her pain and comfort her and make her at peace. And I rubbed her feet, and I talked to her, and I held her hand, and I kissed her, and I said goodbye, the only way I knew how, and it was very difficult. Her husband Dave, who, because of his job, I hadn't really spent a lot of time with, because he was always gone to work, informed me that before she got to that point, she told him that she wanted me to have 2 of her adult does and their babies. And I was beyond thrilled. Beyond thrilled. I couldn't believe that on her deathbed she thought of me, and that she wanted to see me start my herd. Hard for me to talk about. So we did some talking, and I did some visiting with Dave during the next couple of weeks, and Lee passed away the day after I said goodbye. And on the day that she was laid to rest, Willow was born. She was the first baby to be born for the year, for that kidding season. And Shady was going to come home with me, and Willow was going to stay, but we were going to wait until they were weaned. But as soon as Fancy Girl had Bo here, and Dave was sure that they were doing well and that they had bonded well and he was growing perfectly, they got to come home with me. So I started out with this guy right here and Fancy Girl, the one who I think might be getting ready to have babies, even though she's supposed to be due in April. If you watch my channel at all, you probably noticed that I give my goats a lot of affection and attention. You should have seen me those first couple of weeks of spending time with Fancy and Bo. I was literally out here every day walking them on a leash. Fancy Girl does not walk on a leash at all. She doesn't do well. But I was wanting her to learn her new home gradually, so it was fun. And then once Willow was ready to be weaned, I went to go pick up Shady, and he said, you know what, Willow wants her mom. She wants to stay with her mom. Wanted to take them both. And I was over the moon. So over the moon. I cried. It was, to get that honor was huge. Fast forward to July. And this lovely lady had 2 babies. So Fancy and Eugene were actually born on Lee's farm. They were hers, and she had sold them to my friend Shanine. Well, once Shanine realized how much work it was to have 2 baby goats and 2 big goats, and she had horses too, and her horse was about to have a baby. So she begged me, and finally I was like, okay, fine, we'll double our herd. Why not? So we ended up getting 4 more goats. And that was really cool because Sugar and Spice were tiny babies. Both Willow and Bo were a little bit older when I got them. So it was interesting to have little tiny babies. Shady, what is your Willow doing to me? Then, just last month, my friend Sabrina said, I have to move. I need to find homes for all my goats. Can you help me? And I said, well, we talked, and I said, I think I'd like to buy Kitty off of you. And then she basically threw in the other 4. So she's been very generous. So we got 5 Alpines. That brought us up to 13. Then on Sunday, we had 3 babies born. So we are now at 16 goats in 1 year. It's pretty incredible. 0 to 16 in no time flat. And we're about to have even more. We feel so blessed and so appreciative to the people who helped us get started. If it weren't for Lee, I wouldn't be at this point. And it's really hard when I have accomplishments that happen and I want to call Lee and tell her all about it. That's super hard because she's not there. But we have grown very close to Dave, and we try our hardest to make sure that he comes and has dinner, or we go over there and hang out any chance we get whenever he is home from his job. So it's been hard, but it's been pretty amazing. And I know she's watching down on us, and I know that she's happy for us, and I know that she's proud of us. And we are doing a lot of things in our herd that she taught me, and I feel very grateful that I could learn so much from her in the years that we were friends. And sorry, I didn't mean for this to be a tearjerker, but it is. And this might be the only video I have today, so sorry about that. But I just wanted you guys to know that if you don't have any goats, or you only have 1 or 2 goats, and you feel like you're never going to get to the point where you have enough and you have a good herd, it'll come. Just keep believing, because it happens. This is what I've always dreamed of, and I believed it would happen, and it did. Thank you for listening. Thank you for letting me pour my heart out to you. It's kind of nice to be able to do that to you guys, because you guys are watching because you want to watch me. You guys are subscribing because you like to see what I'm doing. So who better to tell my story to? And I like being able to do that. So thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you for watching. Thank you for paying attention and commenting and being a part of it all. Because these goats right here, they're my babies. I love them. And they're a big part of my life. And somehow this YouTube family has become a big part of my life too. So thank you.